So, where we left you two off, you had just boarded a Klingon facility inside the heart of a nebula, essentially. You had been, after enjoying the hospitality of Gowry on the IKS Qel'thoq, to your much delight. We wouldn't want to question how much of a good time you both had on his vessel. Sova was able to take the USS Lexington's sensor information and gave it to their engineering officer, and paired the two pieces of technology. They were able to track Gom'rok's vessel to a limited degree, but Sova had some difficulty putting the two bits of information together to make something comprehensive. And in that time, you guys lost track of where Gom'rok went, and we were left with the choice of heading towards a planet or heading towards a nebula. And Gowry felt that the nebula was the best choice, and he put you two in the shuttle because basically you guys are more expendable than he is, and you perhaps would get away with things a lot better because you're more intelligent. You two traveled through the nebula, hiding from sensor arrays, from patrolling Klingon ships. You did come across a disabled Klingon civilian freighter that you interacted with, that you had kept in the back of your mind that when you exit the nebula to let Gowry know that there are people in there who need to be saved. And just about time you guys were going to turn back and say that, hey, Gowry, we found this facility. You both thought it would be a good idea to board the facility, this station, and try to ascertain exactly the route of Gom'rok's vessel. You're expected to find ship codes and logs and routes and things of that nature on the facility. So Sova hacked into essentially like a lane buoy, kind of like a sensor buoy outside of the facility, and coded the shuttle to lie to the sensor net that this shuttle should be docking with the facility. The shuttle docked. You guys saw the shuttle bay. One Klingon was in there. You called him a fatty, got him into the shuttle.
That's right. I remember that.
Sova gave him a Vulcan neck pinch, and down he went.
We
So
call him a fatty.
scans showed that there are two main ways to exit this shuttle bay. One was kind of like semi straight ahead. That led to a massive corridor which had about two different teams of security walking up and down. Like it's a long corridor, and there's other sections of the facility. And he also found that there were three Klingon officers at this command station where you would like to access to get more information. The other door led to a smaller corridor, more like a connector piece, to a maintenance area that led to a ventilation system. So that's kind of where we left you guys. You had donned your Klingon EVA suits to not be noticed by Klingon security cameras, and you were progressing towards the maintenance area to deal with the ventilation system of entry. So that is where we put you to. We'll put you at the door to the maintenance room, and that's where we will pick it up.
So we're gonna have to crawl through the vents, aren't we, to get to where we need to go?
Well,
And
you
get
haven't gone into the ventilation area yet. You're still in the shuttle bay looking at the maintenance doors.
should we head into the maintenance? Because we know the other way is full of people.
Yeah. Should we like send you in and I stand guard at the door
We can.
just in case they come? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Let's do that.
Okay.
So I'll be like inside, but like looking out is there a w window on the door?
No.
So I have to stand.
So you either have to stand in the shuttle bay and like look at the other door that enters the shuttle bay, or you'd have to be in the maintenance room with him because it's two sets. It's a basically it's the shuttle room, shuttle bay door or connector piece, door maintenance room.
Okay. Well, then I think the safest thing is to go in the room together with both of us.
Okay, so the door is open, and in this connector piece is a hatch, which you assume is some sort of like, maybe a maintenance tunnel or something of that nature. And then straight ahead of it is another door. Progress to the next door.
Can we scan to see if there are people on the other side of the door?
Oh, you've already done a preliminary scan, and there are no people in the maintenance area.
Okay. Then yeah, I think we should keep going, right?
Yeah, see what's there.
Okay, so you open that door opens, and it is clearly like a thing where if the shuttles are like dirty or something, this is like a maintenance area for the shuttles. Okay, there's like parts for shuttles in here. There are other EVA suits. There's tools in here. This is what this area is. But you can see up above, higher up on the wall, is a ventilation shaft, like a vent.
There's our entrance.
It's not an incredibly big entrance.
Mhm.
Who's first in the room?
I am.
So let's have you roll science insight difficulty 1.
Oh, okay. 15. I rolled the 15. All right.
So, Sova, when you walk in, you immediately, with your Vulcan mind, are able to ascertain that likely only one of you can fit into this at a time, and not like really necessarily It's like you would have to be very staggered. It's not like you'll squeeze in and then she can squeeze in. There's not a lot of leeway because it's like a vertical up. So you see what I mean? You would crawl in and then you would have to start to go straight up, and she couldn't be right behind you,
Okay.
or vice versa. The second thing is that you're going to have to remove your EVA suit to get into this thing.
Okay.
Yikes. That's rough.
There's no way that the suits will fit into the ventilation thing.
Okay.
Is there anywhere we could stash the EVA suits so they're out of the
This
way?
this yeah, this maintenance room is full of EVA suits.
Okay.
This is like a normal area where they are.
So if we
Okay.
stash them here, it's not going to raise any alarms.
No, not at all.
But the thing is, once we go in, we're going to get caught if we're not careful.
Right. So, knowing all of this, you just know that both of you can go into the ventilation system, but there's going to be about a 5 minute or change delay behind. Basically, whoever's second is going to be 5 or so minutes behind the person ahead.
Sure.
Okay. So whatever. So which one of us would be better adapt to deal with issues? Because I have a feeling he's going to have like a broken fan that we're going to have to take apart.
Well, my engineering is 1, so unless
I have an engineering of 2.
Okay,
So I guess I'm going first.
I think you are.
So I get out of the disgusting suit.
Yep.
Into the even more disgusting air.
Yep.
So yeah, you get out of the EVA suit and you perch up onto this kind of like shelving kind of unit, and the ventilation like front comes off pretty easily. It's not really super like drilled on or anything. But when you open it up, you realize that the EVA suit was a much better place to be inside of.
Yep.
And
Figured.
You just love torturing Sova.
you can see that what the metal is supposed to look like from where the lid of the ventilation rested on the exterior of this ventilation shaft. You can see that what the color of that is. The
Mhm.
interior of this thing doesn't even look slightly close to that color.
No, thank you. They'd never clean this, do they?
No. Nope.
Disgusting.
So You're going in first, Sova?
Yeah, it's gonna
Okay.
be awful, but I'm going in.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's have you roll a con fitness.
It's an 11, so I'm gonna buy an extra dice.
Okay.
All right, 19 is not a complication, is it?
No.
Okay, so then I got one success.
Okay. So you watch Captain as Sova pretty much just folds himself and he crunches in his shoulders and just squishes into this ventilation thing. He's pretty quiet. I mean, you can hear him, but he's not as loud as you would think a person going into a ventilation shaft would be.
Okay.
And you watch him slowly disappear until his boots disappear as he climbs vertically into the shaft.
Excellent.
What would you now like to do, Captain?
I will go in after him.
Okay. All right, now Andrew, can you roll me a do you have a D6 on you or do you want me to roll that?
I got a
All
D6.
right, roll me that and tell me if you get a 5 or a 6.
I got a 6.
So, Captain, as you get into the ventilation shaft, you notice that the color of the ventilation shaft is a little more clearer. And Sova is, for his benefit, his
Screaming on the inside.
uniform is covered in whatever is on the lining of the ventilation shaft.
Yep.
Nice.
So it's a little bit easier for you to walk on this the thing, Captain, because it's a little more cleaner.
Okay.
You basically have a giant dust swiffer ahead of you.
Excellent. Thanks.
So we'll say 5 minutes pass, and you guys are both now. You're looking at Sova's like soles of his feet, and you, Sova, are looking straight ahead. Now, you know that somewhere to your left, generally, is the command area that you want to get to. There are a couple different paths up here, but generally, there are things going to the left. So, what would you like to do?
So how many chefs are going to left?
There is one pretty close to you, and then there's another one like an probably 2 or 3 body lengths away, but there are about 3 different right shafts in that gap. So in that gap to the left, there's 3 going to the right.
So I would like to shine my flashlight to see what if I can see anything going on down there.
Roll me another d6.
Another D6.
Yeah, tell me if you get a 5 or a 6.
I got a 5.
So you go to shine your flashlight and it is just real mucked up.
Okay.
So you can clean it or you can try to just forge ahead. It's going to be hard to clean it. You know, you're only wiping it with your hands that are also dirty.
I'm going to signal for the captain to stay here, and I want to go look at the other one.
Okay. So you crawl ahead and now you're at the second left thing. What would you like to do?
I would like to shine flashlight down there, see what I see.
So basically what you see is a gradual slope and then it just kind of like peters off and you can't quite tell if it like dips and keeps going straight or if it drops down.
Hmm, don't like it. How far in does it dip before I see the it going down?
Oh, it probably at least goes maybe 2 body lengths.
Okay. I would like to go in just where it starts to dip and shine my flashlight.
Okay, so you crawl to that point and you shine, and it goes it does continue, but there is a downward, I don't know, do you say vertical? But there is like
Yeah.
a down shaft. So like basically you got to and it drops down and then it goes to like another straight part, but in those straight parts you can see that there's a part that goes straight all the way down. Like it is now a downward ventilation.
So I'd like to go back to the captain and let her know what I found.
Okay.
Because that's not something we can just hop over, right? It would take great effort to get over that vertical part.
You could do it, but it might be difficult for the captain.
Okay. So I'll go back and let her know.
Why would it be difficult for me?
Oh, just because like it would require more like strength to pull yourself across the gap.
Mm.
So what you watch is him, you hear him go down the thing, and then you see his feet come back out, and then he comes back out, and now he's facing you.
Okay. So what did you find, Sova?
All right. So we have the option of the disgusting here, or we can do the other one, but I don't think we'd both be able to make it over the vertical part. So it's like it's either go down this gross path that we don't know where it leads, or go down a vertical shaft that we don't know where it leads.
Hmm. I don't like either of these options.
I don't either. Could be the vertical shaft goes to it, you know.
Yeah, that
But
could
then
be.
again, if we go down the vertical shaft and it's not, we're stuck down there.
Right. Well, maybe we should try the other one first then, the path of least resistance. And then if it's not, we'll have to deal with the other thing.
All right. And then so I lead the way through the disgusting.
Okay. Yay, us.
Okay, so you breach through a lot of really disgusting, gross stuff from insects and other rodents that are in here that make homes and things of that nature. And as you listen to Sova crunch and smash and squish everything that is he's crawling through, you, Sova, as you get a little ways in, notice that you're right up against a vent, like a grate.
Okay.
When you get to the end of this shaft, which you probably went a body length and like a quarter into it.
Okay. There's a grate. Can I
Yeah.
clean it off
But
and try to
but
see through it?
you can kind of see through it, but it's not excellent.
Is there any way to clean it off or anything so I can see better?
You could touch it, but you're not, you know how loose the one that you went into was, so it's iffy if you
Oh, can I open it a little bit and peek through?
yeah, you could totally can. So you do that, and when you look, it's clear you're very close to the command center. You can see it, but this deposits you into the corridor
Where the guys are.
where the security patrols are.
Okay.
So it's close to it's like basically so the door in the shuttle bay that led to the corridor.
Mm-hmm.
This is clearly just down the hall farther to the in front of the command console. So
Okay.
it's right there. I mean, you can see it from the ventilation shaft, but if you come out of this, you're literally coming out into the corridor.
Yeah. I would like to use my tricorder to find out exactly where everybody is.
Okay, let's have you roll. I think at this point it's probably a zero. So but you can roll. It's a science control.
Can I use a bonus for same field?
Oh yeah, totally.
Holy cow. I got two successes and a complication.
No.
Okay. Well, here's what I'll tell you. So there's three officers at the council doing they're doing some sort of work or something at the councils.
Okay.
There is a security team of five or six Klingons nearby. They are progressing away from this area, but you can see another set is soon to pass them and also come this direction. The complication will be that one of the Klingons hears electronic noises and turns and looks at the vent.
Okay. So I'll just push it close and wait a second.
Okay. So not going to spend a momentum for.
Yeah. So I'll just use the two I would have gotten to
Okay.
cancel it.
Okay. Yeah. So that didn't happen. So
Okay.
you see him go like, and then he goes right back to work.
Okay.
Because
So I'll
he's so
turn.
stupid.
I'll I'll turn and I'll signal the captain to go back a little bit.
Okay.
So
Okay.
then that way we can discuss what we're doing. Not like
Okay.
when
So he shimmies back out, and now you're face to face again.
okay.
Okay.
And I'll tell her what's happening. There's two, we're right there, but there's two guards, and then there's the three in there. So the only way we can get in there to look at the council is to create a distraction of some kind.
Because I'm wondering if one of us can stay here and the other can go to a different like outlet thing and like rattle in there and have them kind of, you know what I'm saying?
That's not because I could make the vertical. Maybe I could go back, get over the vertical part,
Okay.
see where that takes me. Because with my spatial awareness, couldn't I tell estimate kind of where it would the direction that other one
If you roll a security reason, difficulty
so
1, I'll let you know.
I'm doing 13. And I got 2 successes, so I'm banking one.
One momentum. So basically, if you look at Andrew's thing for the NX bridge in his picture here, Sova estimates to you that the vertical shaft is going to lead to like that light on the bridge. It's like a vertical drop right above where the Klingons are.
Hmm.
So like the ventilation grate is up on the ceiling and it's directly above them.
So yeah, I want to go there, and then the captain can stay here. So that's what I would like to do.
So ideally, it would be good to lure the three people of this room out into the hallway so
Possibly.
that Sova can be in this room. So why don't I like back up a little bit so that they can't like see me? Like I'm not
Okay.
like, hello, I'm right here. I'm backing up a little bit, but I kind of just
Okay.
like bang and like make like sporadic weird noises. I'm not like banging consistently, but like kind of making
You're just making
strategically weird, like sporadic
Okay, well, to do
noises
that, then it'll be a security fitness
for me.
difficulty 2. Yeah, to be that strategic with your smashing.
Why don't we do a time? Because how long did it take me to crawl?
Probably 7 or 8 minutes.
So why don't we do a time of 20 minutes?
Okay.
In 20 minutes, she'll make noise. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So you, Silva, get to the vertical part of the thing. What is your plan here? What would you like to do?
Because the vent going down is where I want to go, right?
So when you look down into the vent, you see that there's a grate farther down.
Yeah. So that's where I want to go. Um, do I have the physical strength to crawl down and hold
Yes,
myself?
but you're gonna have to roll for it.
Okay. I would like to do that.
So that is a security fitness 1.
And I'll buy an extra dice.
Okay.
I only got one.
Okay. So you climb down. How far do you want to go?
So I want to go to where I'm just above the grate. So
Okay. Are
that
you feet first or are you hands first?
I think, am I physically strong enough to go head first? Because
Yeah.
it's a
I mean,
strong vertical, right?
yeah. I mean, you're a Vulcan. You can do pretty crazy stuff. So,
Okay. So I'll go, I guess I'll go face first. So that, because, well, that, no, a better question is, can I see through the vent?
yes.
Okay. So then I will go face, because I'm thinking if it's completely gunked up, it doesn't matter.
I
Go,
mean, it's gunked, but it's the same. You can still kind of see through it.
yeah. Because it's like I'll go face first. So then that way I can see when they move.
Yeah. Like at the top of the vent, when you were up above before you went squeeze yourself down, like light is coming through it and you can see that it's a grate, but it's
Mm,
not until you get like right on top of it that you can actually like it's like imagine putting like a thick like sheet in front of your face. Like
yeah.
that's how it's like looking out.
I'm
Okay.
waiting. I'm waiting for her.
I
Okay.
gotta roll my two dice.
We have 4 momentum if you want to buy more dice.
Let me buy one.
Okay.
I got two successes.
Very
Nice.
nice.
So
Yay.
you Sova here like pretty convincing something in the shaft, but it doesn't sound like a person.
Okay.
You know, you're pretty impressed by what you can hear that it sounds like something animal like is in the other vent.
Okay.
And you see two of the Klingons turn to the
Of course.
ventilation and they they kind of talk to each other and then the other one kind of pushes the other one and the other one kind of you see them kind of giving it to each other back and forth and then one walks away and the other one walks slightly away from the command center but not fully away.
Okay.
The third one is just sticking with the council. One of them walks all the way over to the ventilation.
Is anybody looking at the vent? I mean, like in
No.
direction of the vent. Okay.
Nope. Nope.
I would like to
Everyone has their back to the vent that you're in.
I would like to push it slowly open.
Okay. Now, as you slowly push it open,
Yeah.
you notice that it does not have a hinge.
Ooh. So I want to, can I grab it before it falls?
Sure, yep. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't.
Yes. So I like to grab it and push it out. And then I'd like to slip down and try to land quietly.
All right, this is what I'll do for you. With your D20 rolls, include a D6.
Okay.
Roll me a con fitness difficulty 2, but also roll your D6 with it and tell me if you get a 5 or a 6.
Okay. Can I use a value?
Okay, sure.
I'm just looking
Let's
at
see what you
the.
got.
Can I use the value Vulcan superiority? Because this is a very complex task, but I'm thinking with my enhanced Vulcan strength and logic, I will be able to do complete this.
So I will let you do this I'll let you use that value if you concede to Sova being like how he was when he double Vulcan neck pinched the Tellarites.
Okay.
That you're tapping into like that
Yes.
mentality.
Yes. I am fine with that because I figured
Okay.
that's what's coming down. That's what's coming my way if I start Vulcan neck pinching 3 people.
That's fine.
All right, let's do it. I'm still
Let's-
rolling the D5.
No.
Okay. I would also like to use a talent. I did the reading.
Okay.
So I read some stuff about athletics and stealth and
Sure.
infiltration.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
So that way I can use my science skill for this role.
Makes sense. Yep.
So I already have two, so I've already completed it.
Yep.
And now I'm gonna roll to try to get more momentum. Ooh, ooh. I rolled a 3 and a 20.
Mm.
That's not good.
Nope. So I'm going to use the one plus another one to cancel the that 20. Okay.
So your value covers the task. You had a 3, which is one success, right?
Yes.
One
And then
additional success.
I'm use additional banked momentum. So we're down to one.
Okay. So you're just gonna negate basically whatever I would say.
Yes.
Okay. So
Invalid.
you, Captain, watch just out of the edge of the grate. You see Sova with a grate in his hand drop out of face first. He comes out of the ceiling grate with a grate in hand, and he does like a little somersault in the air. And what you think he's gonna like just totally eat it, he lands.
Okay.
And then he kind of just you see him kind of collect himself like, okay.
Yep.
And then you see enough movement from him to show that he's not injured. I'll put it to you that way.
Okay. I would like to make more noise now to like really get the attention now that I know he's safely on the ground.
Okay, so it's security fitness 1.
But I still row two, right?
Yes.
We have one momentum left.
I
Is it
got 2 successes.
nice? Thinking one.
So the one Klingon that was at the command thing, he walks closer to the ventilation thing, and the one at the ventilation thing reaches up and grabs onto the grate. What are you doing, Captain?
Quietly, as quietly as I can, just kind of backing up and going into like the other part of the corridor where he can't, like around the
Okay.
corner, basically.
You're going like retreating back where you and Sova were like talking.
Yes.
Okay. So roll me do you have a D6 out there?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, roll me that.
Roll delta symbol.
As you're about shoulder, like your shoulders are just at the edge of you, kind of like doing like it's hard for me to show it, but like if this is the shaft, you're looking down, you're like just like this getting out of the view of the thing, and the grate comes off and he shines a light into the shaft. And so when he looks into it farther, you've moved, but he caught glimpse of you, but he doesn't know it's a person.
Okay.
He just
But now he's
definitely
on
saw
alert for
something in
sure.
the ventilation system.
Okay. Okay.
You can hear over the universal translator that he's telling the second officer that there is something in the ventilation system. Okay, Sova. You now have a Klingon within arm's length, and the other one that was originally close to you is now a good couple steps away from you. and he's
Perfect.
closer to the other guy at the ventilation thing.
All right. I'm grabbing this guy.
Okay?
Vulcan neck pinching him.
It's a difficulty one.
He's unarmored.
He's not even
All
paying attention to.
right. All right. Double fives. And I have hand-to-hand combat.
Yep.
So I get 4 successes.
4 successes.
Banking 3.
Yeah. So you do this, and he drops quick, real fast. He doesn't even yelp.
Okay.
He doesn't. Nothing happens. And he just goes. Okay. So
And I
he's
would like,
down. He is down, collapsed on the ground. These two other Klingons are distracted at the ventilation. They're clearly talking to each other about something.
so I'd like to head for the next one and try to get at him too.
So those two guys are next to each other.
Oh. Like, are they standing like both facing
They're
away?
kind of like, so one guy is looking here, like this guy's looking at the ventilation and he's talking like this to this guy.
Yeah.
He's talking to him like this. He's looking and then conversating and then looking. And the other guy is standing like angled and he is talking to this guy. Now, to your benefit, you are at the command thing. Going over to them is towards the corridor.
Oh.
I'm just telling you where you're at. I'm trying to set the scene appropriately.
Okay.
You are now at the
Um,
command commuter consoles.
so I would like to use my logic of try to guesstimate how long it would take to access the computer and download the information I need versus attacking them.
If you spend a momentum, I'll give you a logic itch.
All right, I will use spend a momentum.
So basically, what you can ascertain is that basically you're going to have to succeed on a good computer roll.
Okay.
If you succeed at that, you feel confident that you can collect whatever necessary information you need to get. Like you can get it.
Okay.
The only thing is, you don't have a lot of time. Those two guys seem pretty preoccupied. They don't seem like they're a big problem. But the group of security guards who are walking the corridors, you don't really know how far they come close to this command thing. They may turn around before they set eyes on this area, but
Mhm.
they may fully come to like the entrance of this area. You don't
Okay.
really know because it's just a big open thing to the corridor.
Right. So it's a
So
bigger risk to go after them and then try to download the data.
it seems like you would be fighting an uphill battle.
Okay. So I'll try to quickly download the data and then go up into the vent.
Okay, so that is going to be science control,
Science control, 15.
difficulty 3.
Ooh,
But if you spend 2 momentum, I'll make it a difficulty 1.
I like that. 2 momentum, difficulty 1.
Okay.
So I was going to spend 1 regardless to get an extra dice.
Okay.
Is this the same?
Yeah, this would be generally the same thing.
Okay. So I get bonus dice. And I got 2 successes.
So,
1 back.
yep, 1 back.
Okay.
So you quickly just run your hands over things that this Klingon that is knocked out, like you are quickly going through things and you are just pulling up as much information as possible. Like anything that looks slightly interesting or even slightly helpful, you're just like opening that and downloading it. You're just like, yep, that looks great. Yep, that looks great. You're trying to do it as fast as your Vulcan mind can do because you don't really know how much time you have. We're going to pause you there. That's happening. We're going to cut back to
Okay.
Captain in the vent. You, Captain, the translator is coming up with that the Klingon is telling the other Klingon to go around where you entered from.
Okay. Let me try to use my focus and persuasion.
So tell me what you're
That's
doing.
really ballsy though.
You
Because right
do
now they
have
don't really know what it is. If I talk, they're gonna know it's a person.
Yep.
And do engineering Klingons even do anything in there? I mean, obviously not because they're gross. They're covered in slime and like, so it's clear nobody's been in there.
I wouldn't say if you're going to do it, I would not say I'm trying to fix something. I would say I'm trying to kill it.
Mhm.
I would say act like a Klingon going on a hunt for whatever's in the event.
That's a good idea. Let me just sit here for right now, and then if on the next turn, it gets like now they're progressing more. Because I think right now it's kind of low key. It's not like immediate danger. I don't know. I think talking right now is not the best move, as much as I think it'd be funny.
Okay. So you kind of stand there, and this Klingon is looking down the shaft, and he is not breaking flashlight. He is not like giving up. He is completely
Hmm.
shining his light down this thing to see if anything is moving.
Sure.
And you know that the other Klingon is progressing from the other direction. We cut back to Sova, and Sova, you are noticing that you are getting the layout of the facility,
Okay.
which includes weapon development labs,
Ooh.
storage bays, other command centers. You can tell that it is heavily guarded. In general, the facility has a lot of Klingons on it, and that there are automated defenses throughout the facility. Also, what you identify are weapon schematics and production logs in the central database. So you download those. You also download some other interesting looking material, and we'll just say that that's what happens. It's up to you if you want to poke anything. I'll say it's
Okay.
downloaded to your pad, and now you have the option to do what you want now.
So I downloaded everything.
You downloaded what you felt was critical to the pad, the hand scanner.
Okay, because did I get information on the ship?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You don't know. You downloaded stuff that you deemed looked critical to the hand scanner. You would have to stand here and now poke stuff on the hand scanner or on the console to like really like look at it.
Oh,
You
okay.
basically like the way to look at it is like you went into like the email and just clicked the emails by their subjects and were like, that looks important, and then downloaded it, but you didn't actually read the body of the email.
Can I do like a control F find and type in like the name of the ship that
You
we're looking
certainly
for?
you certainly can. So you see that in one of the logs that you picked that there are weapons that have been transported off-site onto a vessel called the IKS Kokur, which you believe to be Gom'rok's vessel. And they are en route to some planet for testing.
Okay, and I have a general idea of what planet they're heading for.
To know more information, you're
Yeah,
going to need like a bigger computer.
yes. So I'm gonna leave then because I'm like, I have enough information that we can.
Yep.
So I'd like to go back in the vent.
Oh, okay. That's going to be like a con fitness difficulty like 4
Okay,
because
so
it's like a Michael Jordan jump up into the vent.
do I have enough time to do a scan for where the
If you have the
control?
ability to do one thing,
I'm thinking there's no other vents. There's only the vent that goes up, right?
and the vent that the Klingon's looking in,
Yes. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to go through them. How close are they together?
the other Klingon has left and he's gone into the door that leads to the shuttle bay.
Okay, so he left. So there's only the one looking in the vent.
So there's just the one looking in the ventilation shaft.
So what I would like to do is I would like to go behind him, Vulcan
Okay.
punch him, and go into the vent.
So one action is going, you're too far away for it to be a minor action. So it's going to have to be a
To move.
major action to close the gap.
So that's what I want to do. I want to walk up behind the Klingon for one action.
Yep.
I would then like to Vulcan pinch him, and when he's becoming unconscious, I would like to pull him, just shove him out of the way, and then go into the vent.
Okay. So action one is going to be you going up to him. Are
Yes,
you running up to him or are you stealthily walking up to him?
I'm going to stealthily walk up to him.
So that's con
Control.
control difficulty 1. He's not really paying attention.
Okay, I need a 12.
Because he's so
I got an
stupid.
11, so I've succeeded.
Okay, so you stealthily move up to him. When
Yes.
you do, you look down the hallway and you feel like that if you do not do the next two chain of events, knocking him out, well, excuse me, the next three chain of events, knocking him out, removing him out of sight, and getting into the vent. If you do not exceed at any of those, you fail
Okay.
at any of those tasks, the guards are going to see you. They are coming
Okay.
this way, but you're just far enough down the hall that they can't quite make out that you're a Vulcan.
Okay. So I would like to do this very rapidly.
Okay, so don't do it yet because that was your one action. We're gonna go back to
Yeah.
the captain in the vent.
Okay.
So you, Captain, are in the vent. You can hear noise behind, like further behind you in down the vent.
Okay.
And you hear that Klingon say that the he is saying that the grate is off of the vent and that someone is in the vent. And he's saying to the other Klingon, like, what did you see? Like, what is it? What did you see? Because clearly there's somebody in here.
What does he say?
He basically tells him that he doesn't see anything here, but he says if you go in and I'll go in and we'll basically we should be able to pin this thing.
I think I'm gonna try to use my persuasion
Okay. Yep.
and like grunt like a Klingon would.
So instead of making you verbally say it, what is your end goal with this? Well, tell me what you want
I want
from
them
your
to think
distraction.
that like I'm a Klingon, like a fellow whatever, a fellow Klingon who went in before them on the other side to go in and look.
Okay.
Like I'm the one who took the grate off. I'm a Klingon inside the thing looking.
Okay. So roll me a command present difficulty 2.
Okay, let me buy a dice. Oh my God, I got two successes.
Okay.
I did not think that was gonna work.
Okay. So you say that, and you hear the Klingon who's initially looking in. He says, "Well, who are you? What did you see?" Now we cut back to Sova.
Okay.
All right. I'm grabbing the Klingon and, you know, hoist, tossing him into the other room.
It's
Taking care
it's
of business.
I mean, it's difficulty 1.
Okay. Because it's so important, I'm gonna use a momentum to buy
Okay.
another dice.
Yep.
Good thing I did, because I got two successes.
Okay. Yep. So one
I put
momentum
one back.
back. Okay. Now you tell me what happens here.
So I want to grab him,
Mm-hmm.
start
Mm-hmm.
pinching, and then grab
Yep.
him with the other arm and just into the room.
So you can either spend 2 momentum and you'll just whip him into the room, or you can roll a d6.
I'll try D6.
So if you get a 5 or 6, let me know.
Three.
Okay, yeah. So you grip him. He again is like he just kind of goes like he kind of like expels some air. He pretty much collapses like into your arms, and you catch his little flashlight and you grab onto his arm and you twirl him, and you watch him just kind of like stomach slide like into the command area, like past like the doorway.
Mhm. Very nice. And I would like to go into the vent.
Okay, yeah. Roll me a con control difficulty 1.
Okay. I'm going to buy an extra dice. Control. Ooh, I got three successes.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
get back.
So you sneak right, like you pull yourself up and right into the ventilation shaft.
Can I close the door behind me as
It was,
I'm?
I mean, if you want to, it was down like on the ground next to the thing. So I would allow that. It's sure. You can have picked it
Okay.
up and like pulled yourself up with it and put it in place. So you get into the vent, you put the grate back on, and we cut back to the captain who's just a little bit ahead of you. Not you're in the shaft, but now she's a little bit ahead of you. And you hear the other Klingon from the other thing is like, "Hello, like what is going on?" And he starts. You can see like that he's starting to shine a light into the ventilation shaft.
I'll just be insulting, like a Klingon would be, and like, are you an idiot? I just told you, like, I
Yeah.
didn't,
Okay.
yeah, I didn't see anything. I don't see anything in here. Go check down. I saw it running down the other way. Go check down somewhere else that's away from us.
So that's another command presence 2.
I have 2 successes.
So he's like, "Oh, okay. I'll go there. I'll check there." Then you hear him move away. Okay, you guys now have a few minutes in the shaft together. What would you like to do?
Get the heck fire out of here.
I'd like to meet up with her and be like, I got it. Like in my best
Yeah,
Vulcan
sure.
to be like, I have the information. We need to leave.
I have received the data, Captain. All
Okay.
right. Good work, Mr. Sova. Let's leave. Let's get out of here.
So you guys squirm out of the system back into the maintenance room where you originally were. Do you put the grate back on?
Yes.
Put the grate back on to the ventilation system. Do you put the EVA suits back on?
I think we
Yeah,
should.
I
Yeah.
think we should.
Yeah.
So you don the two EVA suits on yet again. Do you look at the hand scanner, the thing that he downloaded before you leave this room and go onto the shuttle?
No, I think we flew too close to the sun as it is.
Okay.
I think let's just get I trust Sova.
Okay, so you don the EVA suits and you step into the shuttle bay, and as you do, an alarm goes off, and the facility goes into some sort of lockdown.
Oh boy.
And we can't get out.
You're not sure, but for right now, you can tell that like I'll put you this way, you're in the connector part and the maintenance door has closed and it sounded like it locked behind you. So the only
Okay.
thing that you have is the door in front of you that goes to the shuttle bay. That door is also closed too. The shuttle bay door is closed.
Well, let's try to get her open. I mean, we gotta get out of here, right?
So security insight 1.
Security insight.
Yep.
So that is a 13. I'll buy an extra dice.
Okay. No, actually, the security reason before you roll.
Same number. I have 2 successes. So I'll
Okay.
put the one back.
Yep. So you, Sova, just looking at the door panel, see that this door is under like a security lockdown.
Okay.
It's not going to easily just open.
Oh boy.
Yay, us.
Now, there is the hatch on the ground too. That's is also in this connector part.
So the hatch goes outside, right?
You're not sure where it goes.
I guess we have to try the hatch because
I think so.
So you open the hatch, and it is a ladder that goes into some sort of tunnel. That's all you can see from the opening of the hatch.
Okay. I mean, I guess we gotta try it.
So you and Silva go down this and close it, and you get to the bottom of the hatch, and what you see is that this is like the tunnel is basically like a way to access the shuttle bay doors like exteriorly. Like this path runs underneath the bottom of the facility, and that there are access patches to like the exterior of space. So if something was happening on the outside of the shuttle bay and they couldn't open the shuttle bay doors, they could just use these like hatches and come out onto like the surface of the facility.
Okay. Well, good thing we kept our AV suits on.
yep. So let's go outside.
Yep.
So you get to the main entrance of one of the hatches that clearly goes out into the nebula. You see on the panel next to you that there are several buttons there. Let's have somebody roll science insight on the panel.
All right. I guess that's me. 15.
It's difficulty
Yep.
1. It's nothing
One.
challenging. Yeah.
All right. I got 1 success.
So you put the thing up and it translates, and basically it's like pressurize this tunnel. The other one is open like the hatch to the exterior of space, and the other one is open the shuttle bay doors. It says like the exterior shuttle bay doors, not the interior.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I say we depressurize the shuttle bay and then open the doors so that way we can walk in.
Okay.
And also that way, when we're depressurizing it, everyone will leave the shuttle bay if anyone's in there.
True. Yeah,
You-
sounds good.
So you want to open the exterior.
Mhm.
Okay. So you press that button and things are cycling. And there's like a hatch door, like a submarine kind of type door that has like a little window like yay big that you can look out of and you can see vertically like up straight like big gridded doors, like big swinging doors and they're opening and you can see into the shuttle bay and you can see the Klingon shuttle
That we took.
that you took.
Okay, how do we get up there?
Well, your options are basically return up into the maintenance tunnel and try to get through the interior shuttle bay door or exit this hatch and space like walk to the shuttle.
That seems dangerous, but fun.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
So you depressurize this tunnel,
So we don't get blown out into space when we
right?
open the door.
Yep. And you open that and all these crunchy little ice particles and stuff go. And who's going first?
Am I continuing the pattern of going first?
Sure, go for it.
No, I'll go first.
So are you just jumping or are you trying to do something?
I'm gonna try to do that fancy, you step out and you stick your foot on the.
Oh, okay, yep. Like a yeah, I know what you mean. So that'll be a con control difficulty 2 because you're aiming for the shuttle.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll use the momentum. Found control, you said.
Yep. Yep.
12. Ah, how do I keep doing this? I succeeded, but I also got 20.
Oh no.
The complication will be that you guys didn't close the shuttle doors
Ooh, where's the guy that we knocked out?
in the shuttle.
So he will die if we don't. We have 3
Hmm.
momentum. Should we use 2 to stop him from dying?
Yeah, I don't want to kill anybody.
So we'll use 2 to cancel that.
Okay, so the shuttle door is magically closed now.
Yep.
Sova was like, I should close this. And then that's like the flashback scene where he was like and closing the shuttle door.
Okay.
Okay. So you have made it to the like the edge of the shuttle, like you're on the like the side where like you can hang on to it. There's like handles and like grips that you're not in the shuttle, but you can like like grab onto it like this and pull yourself and like get to the door.
Okay. I would like to do that. Do you feel confident? What's your control?
My control is an 11.
So do you feel confident walking out here?
Yeah.
You would
Yeah.
roll con control difficulty 2.
We have 1 momentum left if you want to use it.
Okay, so I got one success
Okay.
because I didn't use another one.
So you push off and you don't quite make it all the way to like the shuttle bay. You're just kind of like floating
Loading.
in space. Like you are slowly drifting towards the shuttle bay, but like it's gonna take you quite a time to get there.
Can I
Sure.
reach out? Can I reach out and grab her, or is she too far
You're
away?
like on the shuttle. You're far away from her.
Okay. I would like to move the shuttle so she can grab hold.
So here's the conundrum.
Yes.
In order to open the shuttle, that would depressurize the shuttle.
I thought there was
Mhm.
a there's not a hatch or something.
Yeah, there's a hatch to the shuttle, but
Oh.
opening the hatch for you to get in will depressurize the shuttle.
Oh. Is there any way for me to get on in and repressurize the
No.
no? So how do we get in? Is there any other shuttles?
Yeah, there's other shuttles here.
There's no way to get to the controls, is there?
You can totally go to the shuttle bay like controls and reclose the door and like pressurize everything, but that's going to take time and it's pretty likely that the people here on the facility are already aware that the shuttle bay doors are open.
Yeah. I can we get to a different shuttle?
Yes.
I would like to do that.
So that'll be a con control difficulty 1 if you're doing it slowly.
Yeah. Ooh, I got 3 successes because I rolled a 1.
Wow.
So 2 back.
Two back.
Actually, I want to put 1 back, and I want to use 1 to hoof it.
Okay. So you watch Knightley as you kind of helplessly float in space. You watch Sova like kind of mountain lion leap from one shuttle in floating in space to another shuttle nearby, and you watch him get on. You can see him quickly doing security punch ins to open the shuttle door. Okay, so Andrew, your choice is engineering daring, difficulty 1, with a complication range of 17, 18, 19.
Okay.
That'll be brute forcing the controls,
Okay.
or you can science control 2 on it.
Science control 2.
Okay.
This is not the same field.
Yes, I'll let it be the same field.
Okay. So I get a free dice.
Yep.
Use a difficulty 2.
Yep.
So I got 213, so I succeeded exactly what I needed.
Yeah, so
Yay.
you
The science thing didn't have a complication range, did it?
no.
Okay. Then I succeed.
So you meticulously, from handling the sensor array and the command console, like just kind of use your Vulcan mind and just have all these like equations and stuff and figure out what the codes are to the shuttle, and you open it and you get inside and you start it up.
Can I look for rope real quick?
Rope?
Yeah, is there? I just
Yeah.
want to look real quick. Like, is there rope?
Yeah. Yeah, there's like materials in there that you could easily put together. Yeah.
Oh, it's not like a natural rope. It's something I tie.
You would have to tie some things together. They don't have like a full length rope like you would want. It's very like more like straps.
No, I'm not. I'm not. That seems too risky because they would
Okay.
probably fall apart. So I'm just gonna go pick her up.
Okay.
Somebody order a taxi?
You detach from the shuttle bay and you glide over to her. Roll me con control difficulty 1, Adri.
We have two momentum if you want to use them.
Be fine. Yeah, I got 2 successes.
Oh,
So there you
nice.
go. One back.
I'm back.
So you latch onto the door and you open it and you're both inside the shuttle now.
Yay.
We didn't leave anything on the shuttle, right?
So now that your Vulcan mind is thinking this, the only thing that's on the shuttle is one, they would know it's not from the facility. Once they look at it, they would know that this does not originate from the facility.
Yeah.
2, there is technology on it that is sensor jamming.
Okay. But they don't. There's no way, nothing to connect to.
Probably if they did enough computer searching, they would see that it came from the Qel'thoq. It wouldn't be incredibly difficult for them to put those two things together.
Yeah, I don't want to do that, but I don't want to kill this guy.
So yeah, here are your options. Leave in the shuttle, and what is here, what you have done, so be it. Your
Mhm.
other option is get out of this shuttle, board that shuttle, and kill the Klingon,
Right,
and board that shuttle and leave. Or it's dock this shuttle that you're currently on, get out, pressurize the shuttle bay, get into that shuttle, depressurize the shuttle bay, and leave. Like
right,
put him into an area where he won't die, and then like into the other shuttle, whatever, and then depressurize and escape in Gowry's shuttle.
But
Those are your three options.
if we pressurize won't they come and attack us in waves?
There's a really good chance that the longer you spend here, the longer you're going to be up, like your back's going to be up against the wall.
Can I make an explosive, a timed explosive?
If you spend 2 momentum, I'll let there be like grenades on the shuttle.
Okay. So I would like to use my remaining 3 momentum,
Okay.
because I got a plan. I
Okay.
would like to one to make the Klingon wake up because it's been a while
Okay.
on the shuttle. And I would like to
Yeah.
use the two to find the grenades. I would like to stick them to the glass of the shuttle. Wait,
Okay.
because there's suits on board, right?
Yes.
So basically, because I basically want to threaten it. I want to be like, get off the ship and stick the grenades to the shuttle.
Okay.
You see what I mean? To
I
get him
do.
to be like, oh, put on the suit and leave himself.
So to wake him up is going to be 2, and to do what you're trying to do with the threatening thing, that would be 2.
We do not have enough. We only have 3.
Right. So you can pick one of those things.
So I would say, why don't we use 2 to wake him up?
Okay.
You use your persuasion to be like, get off the shuttle. We're about to destroy it.
Can we just wake him up by like yelling through the comms?
That's up to
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Okay.
So no, you don't. Nothing happens. You scream into the comms.
And nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
So that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. So
All
that's
right.
we got to use 2 to wake him up, and
Yep.
then you have to
And
persuade
then we can
him.
start yelling. Okay, let's do that then. It was
So
worth a shot.
What is your end game of talking to the Klingon?
so
He is awoken. He is like,
We want him to put on an EV suit and get the heck out of there.
so because here's Klingons want to die in battle.
Right.
So my thought is either A, basically say that he's going to die with dishonor if he doesn't leave
Yes.
the ship, or B, basically say, act like we're his superiors and say they've depressurized the docking bay,
Hmm.
and we've just found out you're in the shuttle. Get an EV suit on and go repressurize the docking bay, so you can
Hmm.
come out and get the whatever patogs or whatever Klingon.
Uh-huh.
See what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I like that.
so
It's a good
which one do
idea.
you want to say to him?
Because I think the second one is more, because the first one is like it depends on his attitude towards death.
Yeah.
The second one is like glorious battle, leave the ship, and
Right. Yeah, let's do that one.
Okay, so roll command presence 1, whoever's doing it.
Okay, I got one success.
yes.
So you tell this Klingon that, hey, like, we found the intruders. You need to get like the shuttle bay. We can't get back in. You need to put an EVA suit on and go and like pressurize the shuttle bay so that like everybody else could come in and like get these people. They're like in, they're in the maintenance thing or whatever. Like you tell them some sort of story.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So he pretty much immediately believes you because like he knows he was attacked. He's on a
Right.
shuttle that he doesn't know. So he puts the EVA suit on. You watch him get out and he floats over to the panel where he's gonna like he's gonna close the bay doors and pressurize
He's
the
far
shuttle.
enough away that if the shuttle explodes, it won't affect him, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, I mean it will affect him, but it's not he won't kill him.
Okay,
Okay.
so I would like to blow up the shuttle and take off.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. So
I
that
agree.
that is security control, and then whoever's not rolling that can roll security weapons, getting a 2 or a 3 actually.
So
Security
I have
weapons.
a 13 for security control.
Security control, I have a 15.
So you're going for that.
Okay.
You have 1 momentum if you would like to use it.
What was my what was I supposed to get? A 2?
So difficulty 1 if you're using disruptors is a difficulty 2 if you're using a torpedo.
Disruptors is enough to destroy the shuttle, right?
It'll take a little bit of doing.
But it'll still destroy it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, the disruptors are fine.
Yeah, I have a 1. I got a 1, so.
Okay, and then who's rolling? Roll a single D20, Andrew, for a 3.
No, nope, nope, not even close. So
Okay.
how many successes did you get?
I got one success, and that one success is a 1.
So
So I
that's
got 2.
2. So I say we use the extra momentum you got to make this more efficient. Like we hit like the power, you know.
Oh,
I
okay.
shot real
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
All right. So I will, let me see on my end. Okay. So I successfully rolled. So what you do, Captain, as you're looking out and you're thinking about it, you're like, you know what? I kind of know exactly where to hit the shuttle. And you hit it in one shot and it just erupts.
Nice.
And you watch that great, like, and then it just, like, it explodes, but then it just immediately doesn't. And you just watch parts of it start to float. And,
Nice.
like, just there's
Cool.
millions of tiny little pieces, like, everywhere. And you
Cool.
watch the other Klingon who's at the thing. He's like, "Ah!" You can see him, like, or, like,
Yeah.
reacting to it. All right, so what are you guys doing?
We're leaving.
Fast as we can.
Okay, roll me a con daring difficulty 3.
I have a 12. What do you have?
I have an 11, so you're up.
So con daring difficulty 3, and then you guys can be assisted by the ship, which
Okay.
is structure con.
Is she able to assist me or
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
yeah. So
So
then
you
So,
can so you can be command presence. I'll let command presence assist for you, Adri.
okay.
And then also, so roll one d20 for your command presence, and then roll another d20, and you're trying to get a 2.
I'm gonna buy an extra dice for the last momentum.
A 5, so I win.
Okay, do you have is that your command number?
No, it's a 4. Womp womp.
Okay, so one success from AG. Roll now. Just roll it again and see if you get a 2.
Me?
Yep.
I have a 9.
Okay, no. Okay, so one success from Adri.
Two for me.
So 3 altogether. So you guys drop underneath the facility and you book it all the way through and you get past the sensor net. And now you are back far enough away and you're generally in the area between the gap of the sensor net and and the exterior of the nebula. You have that width to go through.
Okay.
Okay.
So I would just say I think we should return to Gowrie and give him, you know, return to the safety of the ship, tell him about the shuttle that needs help,
Yeah.
and I can start looking at the data to see if I can figure out
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yep. Agreed.
So you guys begin your way back. Roll me a con control difficulty 2, whoever wants to do that.
Okay.
I have a 13.
So it's you. Can I assist her anyway?
You can do science insight.
And I'll roll for the ship.
Yep,
Or
that will
no?
be a 2 again.
All right. The ship did not succeed, but I did.
I got 2 successes.
All right.
Okay,
So we
so
get a
three
moment to go.
successes, so one momentum back. Okay, so now you're like almost out, but you're running into another one of those security like frigates.
Wonderful.
Oh, yes.
What would you like to do? It has not currently scanned you, but you can physically see it out the window.
Yeah.
So either we're gonna have to stealth around it, or you're gonna have to talk your way out.
I don't see me talking my way out of this one. I don't know. I almost feel like, what if we just try to fly out? Like, act like it's not a big deal.
Or act like we belong, basically.
Right, right.
That is a con presence difficulty 4.
I see.
So what's talking to them?
That would be command presence difficulty 3.
Sounds like command presence. We have one
Okay.
because we only have one momentum. So
Yeah. And my command presence is a 13.
I'll put it this way, I would have let Sova assist and the shuttle assist on the other thing. You would be completely by yourself with the other with talking to them.
All right, let's try the other thing with the assists.
Okay.
Let's try just,
if you're gonna do it, I'd buy dice.
okay, let me do that.
Okay.
And the ship is
Oh my God, I got 3 successes.
Nice.
It's going to be a 3.
Okay, the ship does not help, but I'm looking radioactivity, hand-hand, geology, bioskin, skeptical.
Radioactivity would work fine.
Okay, so I get 2 successes then. Oh no, but do I? Yeah, that still counts for assist, right?
Yep. So that's 5 successes. So that's one thing back.
Right.
Yay.
And you see the security frigate stop in its path, and you progress past it, and then it keeps moving. And you proceed towards the outer edge of the nebula.
Nice.
Now, as you get closer to the edge of the nebula, you can see that Gowry's ship, the Qel'thoq, is coming up on sensors. What would you like?
Okay. Let's hail him. Open communications.
I just realized we don't have the coordinates for the transport, do we?
No,
Unless you downloaded it to something, no.
No.
we didn't.
So we'd have to basically tell him like a recap of like we went this way and then that way and then that way and then we found the shuttle or the
Right.
trans.
Yeah.
So you hail. He says, Captain, you are in a different shuttle.
Yeah, it's a long story, but we're both back in one piece.
You were able to find out the information that was needed.
Mr. Sova collected information on his data pad. There wasn't time to make sure it was everything we needed,
Very good.
but we believe that's what we need.
Well, come aboard, but leave that shuttle here. We will take you aboard without the shuttle in our bay. Who knows what kind of tracking things they have on it.
Knightley out.
Very good. So we won't make you guys expend a lot of rolls and stuff. We'll just say that the ship gets close enough, you guys get out of the shuttle,
Mhm.
and you maybe even dock sort of next to it, and then once you guys are aboard the ship, like you just detach it and it just floats in space. Now the two of you are on Gowry's ship, and Gowry is in the corridor, and you guys are in your EVA suits, and he says, "What did you find?"
I show him the scanner.
Okay.
And I would say I downloaded everything I could off their computers onto here. And I would
Okay. What?
explain to him that I quickly saw that the Coker had weapons put onto the ship and it was heading towards a planet.
So you didn't find the actual Gom'rok's vessel in the nebula?
No, it's heading towards a planet. I would like to use your computer to pinpoint what planet it's heading towards.
Ah. What did you find exactly in the nebula?
Well, we found a freighter ship full of Klingons that were the ship was dead in space.
And they had information about Gom'rok's vessel?
We found the facility and I would
Oh.
relay our tales of adventure to
Hmm.
him.
Ah, this makes sense to what I have heard in passing, some sort of weapons facility. Would my assumption be correct?
Yes.
Hmm. Very good. What is this about a vessel, though?
We found a freighter ship of Klingons that were waiting for help to come to help fix the ship.
What would they? Are they helping Gom'rok?
No, they're just civilian Klingons,
Hmm.
just existing.
I inform him they're going to die very shortly if nobody intervenes.
Just the facility and their vessel was the only thing in the nebula?
We saw other ships floating around.
And there were lots of ships around the facility, right?
Yeah,
Likely too dangerous for our vessel to go in there.
Probably.
But you say that they would die with dishonor.
yes.
Yes.
They're starving to death as it is. So if nobody intervenes in the next day or two, they will die.
And you want me to just, do you even know where they are in this nebula?
I can use my Vulcan memory to give him a general, right?
You can, yep. How important do you think this is?
I would say they would speak very highly of you. So for the mission, it would not be very valuable. But for your personal reputation and honor, it would go a long way.
Your Vulcan here knows how to speak to a Klingon, Captain.
Yes, he does.
Lieutenant, go to the bridge and relay what you can remember to my helmsman, but I need you to start working on the information that you have downloaded.
As you wish. I will work on the bridge computer, so I'll be there.
He says, "Okay, let's all go to the bridge." So all all of you go up there, and it'll be a reason con task, difficulty 2, to tell the helmsman how to get to the shuttle.
So I'll use our last momentum because I'm rolling 12s. I got 3 successes,
Okay.
so I'm going to put one back.
Yep. So you tell him, and Gowry gives the word for the Qel'thoq to enter the nebula. Then you go over to the bridge council and you start to basically download what you have had into their computer to have a better clarity, essentially.
Mhm.
The information that you have is like weapon schematics and production logs. You have a couple other bits of information that looked interesting and like ship logs, like docking logs. So what would you like to look at?
I want to look at the planet he was heading for.
Okay, so you pull that up, and what you see is that the Koker is en route to a planet known as Aurolus Prime, which is near the Klingon border, to test weapons.
Okay.
And you know from your own Starfleet information that that is a Denoblian colony.
Oh boy. I would like to look at what weapons he has on board.
So you're not really quite sure what technology this is. You've never seen this type of technology before. Not
Mhm.
even the Federation seems really familiar with it. It's not anything that you've come across in your studies of things. But from what you can put together from their simulations and their projections, and even some testing that they've done, that this likely in 2 or 3 shots to the planet would kill everything, all life on the planet.
Okay. I'd like to call him over. Gowry, I found what the ship's mission appears to be.
Hmm. He is heading to a planet to destroy Denoblians.
Yes.
We must stop him. We do not need the Federation breathing down our necks because we know that they would immediately blame the Klingon Empire in general. We must deal with this. Is there anything else on there that was of note?
I'll say 1 second, I'm almost done. So let me look at the keywords real quick.
So you poke on the keyword thing, and that you see that on the facility there is a prison where infected Klingons are being held, and that they are slated for execution.
Okay. And so I'll just inform them that they have captured infected Klingons and they're preparing to execute them. They're being held on the base.
Uh, I cannot do both. I cannot save these people and the people on the facility. We would not survive such a battle.
Well, Gowry, sounds like you need help.
I wholeheartedly agree, but this is the first I've had of this.
Perhaps ask Starfleet for help.
They didn't believe me before.
Well, perhaps with maybe if the captain went to Starfleet and informed them that she received information that a Denobulan planet was going to be attacked by rogue Klingons.
I could do that.
I agree, but we must begin our journey there to stop, put an end to it. We must confront him.
So it seems like he's very focused on he's gonna go stop Gom'rok. He personally is gonna go stop Gom'rok. Does it seem like we can convince him otherwise, or is this like
He basically is indicating to you that he can either only save the civilian people or the people on the facility. He can't do both.
yes.
And that once he does that, he is driven to go to the coordinates that Gom'rok's vessel is at, or is journeying to.
So what if we send a message to the Drake? Because
Yeah.
we could go rescue the people, Then he's going to go to confront Gom'rok, right?
Mm,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
But what if the Drake goes with other Starfleet ships, so that way we can go there and get picked up. Do you see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Um, I I would have to send a message to the Drake. I can't just hail them, like open up
No, they're
a.
too far away.
Hmm.
So that's what I'm
So,
thinking. you
yeah.
could, you could send a message to the Drake informing them that you are on a mission because you have received information of an attack, but you cannot reach the Denobulan planet before the attack commences. So please have the Drake and other Starfleet ships go and defend the Denobulan planet and inform Starfleet of what's happening.
Okay, so let me send a message to our hat and tell him to contact Admiral Foxwell and tell her what he knows about my connection,
Okay.
and that like we Starfleet needs to act to go and save the Denoblians. Like the Drake is going there and we need backup. And if she doesn't respond well, then have him contact my friend Admiral and see if he'll help. But either way, like I want the Drake to go and see what they can do to help.
Okay. So do you want to do this before he goes into the nebula or after he goes into the nebula?
I think before.
Yeah.
Send the
Okay.
message, then we go in the nebula.
So roll a engineering control task, difficulty 1, and then it would be a 5 for the ship.
I have a 12. What do you have?
I have a 12 too.
Is,
Yeah.
is there any way we can both do it, or is this a one person thing?
It's a one-person thing.
Since you're talking, why don't you do it?
Okay.
We have one momentum if you want to buy.
I just need one success.
Yeah. Oh,
Got it.
yes. Let's see what the ship does. Ship does not succeed.
Okay. I got one success.
Okay, so you do that. Now, okay. You, Sova, roll a security insight 2.
Security Insight 2.
Yep.
Is it 13? Did not succeed. And it's too late to buy a dice, isn't it?
Yes, you rolled.
Yeah. As I was rolling, I was like, I probably should buy a dice, but I only got one.
So yeah, you send the message out, and it'll take some time for the Drake to get back to you.
Okay.
Do you have a preference of what Gowry's rescuing? Because he's just going to go get the civilians and
He's in control. It says, yeah.
okay. I'm just saying you have
Yeah.
some control over like dictating what he does, but
So what are my options then to save the civilians?
either save the civilians who are starving to death on the freighter
Hmm.
or attack the facility and rescue the infected Klingons on the facility.
We can't do both.
Gowry won't do both.
How many infected Klingons are there?
It didn't give like an exact number in the thing, but it's quite a handful.
What does he want to do?
He thinks that saving the civilians is a better option because the other ones will die with honor.
Yeah. I would, okay. I agree.
They'll die at the hands of the enemy. The other ones will just starve to death in a ship, and that's
Right.
dis disgraceful.
Yeah. I was leaning toward the civilians because the
Okay.
other one's going to be a fight, you know?
Yep. So he goes into the nebula. They see the freighter, and then they latch onto the freighter with their grappler cables. And then they start to pull, and then they proceed to the out of the thing. And on the way out, they come in the path of a security frigate.
Of course.
And so what Gowry does is he just accelerates, he just has them increase impulse and basically detaches the cables from the freighter, civilian freighter, and pulls out of the nebula and lets the momentum, the inertia from the pull, let the civilians just kind of glide out of the nebula.
Okay.
And he is proceeding towards Aurola's Prime.
They're going to survive then, right? Or no?
You're not sure, but they're not in the
But they have
nebula.
a better chance now.
They're not in the nebula. But basically, now they have a chance of putting a distress signal out and actually being detected because they're outside of the nebula.
Okay.
And this is like a traffic route for cargo ships and stuff.
So they went basically from a 0% chance to like a 70 or
Yeah,
something. Okay.
80% chance that they'll get found.
Okay.
Gowery says, "This is clear. We must intercept the weapons before they are deployed on Aurola's Prime, and we must prepare to confront Gom'rok directly."
I look forward to it.
He says, "Captain, from our location, it is about a 9-day journey. You must prepare yourself, and you as well, Lieutenant, as we
Um,
make the journey to Aurola's Prime."
It's a long journey on a Klingon ship.
It certainly is.
I'm going to be
Do
so.
they do they have showers?
Um, Not
No.
really.
I was gonna tell Mr. Sova to go take a shower, but they don't got it.
No.
Neat.
There is like a water basin like in your room, but you kind of get the feeling that it probably is like used for like
It's like Targ slime.
no, it's like probably more for using like cleaning off weapons and stuff. It's not really cleaning yourself.
Because why would you do that?
Right.
Do food.
I mean,
Oh,
you're both very dirty, but like Sova is exceptionally dirty himself.
yeah.
I'm disgusting.
He is like
Poor
he
Sova.
is like gross looking.
I feel really bad for him.
Yeah, so that is where we will end it. And next time we get together to see what the Captain Knightley and Sova are doing, they will be under the mission Reputation. Yeah, so that's where we have you guys.
Nice.
Until next time.
Live long and prosper. What was that? That was awesome.